Hello, how's everyone doing? Welcome to day 25 of 28 for the Knitting for Canadian Cancer Society. So today I'm going to be working on my perihelion shawl. It's this beautiful two-colored brioche pattern. It is definitely a need to think pattern. It does hurt one's brain. So I use both paper and Knit Companion for this pattern. So I use Knit Companion because I can see the color better for the color coding. And then I use the paper so that I can keep track and flip easily to what the symbols are. So yeah, I'm on section 3 of 4. I'm only on row 6 of 48 in that section, but that's okay. Again, this is a slow craft. Also, I found my little cactus stitch stoppers. So I have those that were on the needles. Well, let's start knitting, shall we? I'm using my Collage Square Needles interchangeables, and I'm using a 2.75 millimeter. Yes, it's fingering weight yarn from Pretty Strings. It's their yak base in Ruby and Anya. And you'll find this entertaining. The part that is ruby is the blue because they're named after people, not colors. It's not exactly color associated. So yeah. All right. Are my threads twisted a little? Let me pull one of them out. So I untwist it. We're not supposed to be out. You're not being used yet. Mm-hmm. Alrighty, row 7. Knit 2. Three. Hello, hello. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining me. If you are crafting as well, please let me know in the chat what you're working on. I'd love to know what you're working on. I'm working on the Perihelion shell by Julia K. Decker. And it's a bit of one of those ones where you actually have to think and pay attention. So probably not the best thing that I'm doing it while talking, but it's okay. I like a challenge. But at the same time, we don't have to talk during these. We can just sit and craft. Sit and craft together. And enjoy the evening. We had snow last night, early this morning, which kept me from logging on early this morning because I had to go shovel. It was my morning workout, and I didn't feel as bad afterwards physically, which was really nice. So, as much as I haven't gone swimming this week, the times that I have gone have obviously been making a difference. So, that's good. And I always have to remind myself it's not necessarily about like the having a habit and being consistent does matter, but it's not an end all do all. The big thing is that you try again, you get back into that pool and you keep going. Even if it means that you weren't doing it for like 2 weeks, you just keep going. Similar to projects, right? We put them down for 5 months, 10 months, 5 years, and then we pick it back up when we're ready to either frog it or finish it. But yeah, so there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, so on the next row, it takes me about like 5 minutes, almost 10 maybe, to get through a full row in two colored brioche. But it appears that in the next row, I actually have to start doing syncopated stitches and possibly cables are coming up. So that'll be fun. Mm-hmm. Yeah, technically we're supposed to get snow again tonight, but I don't know how true that's gonna be, or more, I'm hoping it's not true. Hmm. Right, that's a right. I don't have to do that. Right. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but brioche purl and brioche knit short form, some people call it burp and bark. It actually makes it a lot easier to kind of keep track by referring to it as burp and bark. One, it's way faster to say, and two, I don't get confused with just saying knit or purl. So yeah, fun little snippet I picked up from watching some podcasts. Burp and bark. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, so this make 3 right brioche style kills me. Like the needle does not want to go through 5 stitches. Hmm? Did I accidentally knit too many? No, I did not. I just wrote to slip. We're good. Yeah, I think my tension might be a little tight. I gotta loosen up a little, I guess. Hmm. Mm-hmm. So Chris and I had curry for dinner tonight, and before you think like it was takeout or something like that, it wasn't. And before you think that I made it from scratch, I did not. There's actually these really lovely, flavorful um, pre-made curries you can get from Costco. So we had that. And there's like a good 2 weeks where Chris and I are very good about eating at home, making ourselves lunches right after I go grocery shopping where I stock up on our proteins. And then there's like 2 to 3 weeks where we are deplorable for it, where we will order out, we will avoid the grocery store. Just we have no motivation to cook. And then we force ourselves to go grocery shopping because it is inevitable. And I don't know why him and I get like that because we both actually enjoy grocery shopping. So I don't get it. Maybe it's just we don't want to deal with crowds. So I'm always afraid, especially at Costco, that someone's going to run me over. You really shouldn't shop at Costco if you're in a hurry to go anywhere. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. Do, 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 do. Some of the fur children are coming upstairs. Which ones are they? Oh, hello, Zeus. He's now gonna go lay down on our bed. But he's always so cute when he comes upstairs. He'll stick his head out and around the door to like peek in first, and you'll be like, yeah. So he's a funny one like that. He is a funny one. He's my puppy. Okay, where am I? Left, right, right. Left, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, I gotta pay a bit of attention with this one. It's not quite just stalking it. So when I do brioche, I do each color individually, and so I'll go back and forth on my needles. But I've seen people actually complete the two colors in one pass. Absolutely fascinating. Beyond my skill level. But kudos to those that can do that. That is a skill. Hello, Gilligan. Yes, hello. Are you gonna go to bed too? Yep. And there he goes. Oh no, you're gonna protect the hallway. Oh. Yeah, so Gilligan's like, well, Big Bro's in the bedroom, Daddy's downstairs, Mommy's in her study. The only place that I can be where I'm near all three of my. Oh, and Athena's downstairs too. Is in the hall. So he is guarding the hall. Because he's essentially as close as he can get to everybody. He is ridiculous like that. Mm-hmm. What a silly baby. Really dislike these rate increases. No, not really. Well, he does a little like Daddy is his favorite, or he is Daddy's favorite. But yeah, for the most part, he's a suck for everyone and doesn't know personal space. And there could be the whole entire couch available for him to lie on, but he will lie right beside his brother. Or right beside Athena. Mm, mm. Where am I? Shoot. Okay, hang on. I'm on a left. Okay. Yay. Alrighty. So I've ordered new books and crochet square cards for the store. So there's quite a number of books that are going to be back on the shelf, and several of them are Rico Rumi. And I'm excited to have books back on the shelf again. And that's one thing that I'm kind of trying to figure out the flow of is the frequency and timing to restock. It is something that's very new for me, business-wise. Admin, finances, like no problem tracking that stuff. But knowing the right time and in like the life cycle of product to restock, haven't quite nailed that down yet. But I have books coming, yay! So I'm very happy about that. They should be arriving by tomorrow because they are coming from the Estelle Distribution Center in Scarborough, I believe, or North York. It's not very far away. And then I've reordered a few of our embroidery kits. And they're ones that sell pretty well. They're quite popular. So that's exciting. But yeah, as much as sometimes I think that there is a lot that I still don't know about the business, there must be something that I know that's working because I'm sort of able to bring product in frequently and people seem to like the store. So, and I love all those people. Must be doing something right. But yeah, I've kind of forgotten to enter in my positivity journal the last couple nights. So I'm going to do an entry tonight and kind of do like a recap of the last 2 days. Because at the end of every month, I go back and review, like, oh, okay, what was great about this month? This is awesome. Okay. How many really long walks did I go with the dogs? Okay, I went on 3, so on and so forth. So it's just kind of a nice reminder of, like, you're doing okay, Catherine. You are getting things done, even if it's small things like doing your laundry. You are getting things done. So my positivity journal just helps with that and helps me feel more productive or notice if things have become a bit stagnant, at least like with my perception mentally. Because I'm sure there's always some form of positives that can be reflected on in a day, even on the worst days. It's just a matter of being able to find them. It's kind of like making a smoothie. You gotta pick all the berries and everything that you want to throw into the blender and then press play and be like, oh, there it all is. And it's all in a nice little package after you pick everything out. I also use a day planner for noting how much water I drink each day and what type of mood I wake up in. Uh, February has been kicking my butt. Yeah, there's been a lot of like mornings and mornings. I don't not quite sure why February, but February is doing a good job of kicking my butt mentally. But it's okay. March is around the corner. Tomorrow is a new day. And right now is the new now. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you. I try. I'm not gonna lie, it's difficult. Um, I don't want to seem like I'm completely faking the fact that life's hard, but I guess I like the point of view of a project is half done, halfway to being awesome, not I've only gone halfway in my project. Kind of like the half glass half full scenario. I rather spend my energy in that regards. Like I have to actually have a really big connection to you and really like you to get angry because then it means I'm emotionally invested in you if a situation occurs where I actually get angry because that's a lot of energy to expel on someone. Same with crying, but crying is also cathartic. It took me a very long time to realize that. If you need to cry, let yourself cry because holding it in is not good for your cortisol levels. No, it helps rebalance. Really, really cathartic. Also, I like color coding things. For some reason, color coding, it just seems so happy to me and satisfying. Don't know why, but super satisfying. Okay, I at least want to get through one pass, like one full pass finish before I sign off. The fact that I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. That's okay. I'll get there. But thank you, Kristen, for the wonderful compliment regarding my attitude. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Mm, mm, mm. I also will say that I'm one of those weirdos that when they're angry likes to go running or lifting weights and then having the satisfaction of just like letting the weights drop and be like, hmm. Or going for a run and just being like, you can't catch me. So shoveling today after watching the news, which I really shouldn't do, was really great. Really great. Recentered me after being a little frustrated with the world. Mm. Eh. Okay, didn't lose a stitch. That's good. Just didn't get the needle in. No, it never is. Kind of miss those morning breakfast television segments where they would actually go to like a local event within the GTA. I forget what her name was, but it was always um, a brown haired girl, and then the retired cop dude who did the dancing with the leather jacket used to do it too. They would go and talk to different community events and what's going on, and just kind of adding that lightness to the world of like, there's good things out here. Like, come on down, take a look, see. I miss those guys. Don't know if that segment still even runs, but it was a great way to like ease your way into life. But yeah, I don't think they have that anymore, which is really disappointing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Right. Right. That was supposed to be a oops. It's okay. I will fix it. Okay. Left, right, right. Okay. So left, right. Alrighty, we're back on track. Two. Actually, I should probably ask. Do you do y'all enjoy kind of like the half an hour, maybe not daily, but frequent kind of sit and stitch and chat segments that we've been having this February? Like, would it be something that you'd want to see going forward? Because after this month, I am going to continue with the weekly podcast that I had started in November, December of last year. But I don't know if you would want something like this where it's a live chat on top of that once a week, sort of pre recorded segment. So if it's something that you'd be interested in me having one of these like once or twice a week, let me know. Because this was pretty fun, but every day is quite a lot. But once in a while, like twice a week, yeah, could be doable. So my friends and I, when we're really struggling, and my two closest friends live in Alberta, one in Edmonton, one in Calgary. They both originally are from here in Ontario. Um, when we're struggling, the three of us, we will have like a body double phone call. So we won't actually end up talking to each other very much. We'll talk for like maybe the first 5-10 minutes, and then we will mute ourselves but stay on camera, like on FaceTime, and we just have someone there with us while we're making ourselves be productive. So it's kind of like an accountability thing, but I don't like saying accountability because there's no time limit on it. It's just more there's someone there to be there with you when you're doing something that you don't want to do. And it kind of just makes it a little easier to do whatever it is you don't want to do. So, for example, one of my friends has to study for her master's, and she's been finding it very hard to actually sit down, take the time to read. So, we literally just sat on FaceTime with ourselves mute while she read her textbook. Didn't matter how far she got, all that mattered is that she did it. So that was what our like body double phone calls are, is kind of just like a, hey, we're here. Let's do this. Like, let's kick butt. And every little bit makes a difference. It doesn't matter what it is. So we've been doing that this week. And I've been finding it very helpful. Because sometimes creating creative content for social media and stuff, it can be difficult to. I've been enjoying the lives this month. Not sure how I even found it early. Okay, nice. Well, I'm glad you found it. Thank you for joining me, and I'm glad you're enjoying it. Um, yeah. I'm not sure how you would have found it. If you follow us on Instagram or any of our social medias, Cat's Craft Corner, you might have seen it there in our stories or on our posts. You may have seen it on Threads. We did share it on Threads as well. Or who knows, maybe it just showed up on your homepage randomly on YouTube. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you. I'm enjoying it too. I am meeting some incredible people. So I really like it. Okay, I need to get through this row because I don't want to stop halfway. Probably won't get to the second pass of this row, but at least I'll get this row done. So you can set different settings on your phone for different, I guess, like modes or moods. So I have one that's for bed, and only certain phone calls can come through when it's on that mode. And text messages can come through, but they don't vibrate, they don't make sound. And I have a similar mode for the evenings for time to unwind. So my watch was just buzzing, being like, oh, yeah, time for you to unwind. And yeah, knitting at the same time is a way of unwinding. I find it very meditative. Even when it's a hard pattern like this and I really have to think, still find it very meditative. But I'll still probably crack open a book tonight before I actually go to sleep. And also, when my library book has kind of like a timeline on when it has to be returned, I'm a little more determined to actually read every night. Because as much as I'm willing to wait to have it renewed, if it can't be renewed right away, I'd rather just read it all in one go without having to wait like the week or two in between having it renewed. It's not that I don't remember the story, it's just I want to know. I want to know what happens. And if I'm reading a book where I don't really want to know at all and it takes me like a week to pick up the book again, not usually a good thing for like indicator for me that it's a book of my preference. Not really a good indicator. Generally, good indicator is if I pick it back up in less than 3 days of having put it down. Then it's an indicator that I'm into it. And I believe there are only 2 books that I have ever not finished that I can recall. One was called The Mermaid's Chair. I don't know why I got it, but it was not what I thought it was. It literally had to do with, um, I think, a divorced woman seducing a monk. Not what I thought that was going to be, especially with the title Mermaid Chair. Yeah, not what I thought. And when I read the synopses, it didn't really mention that. It just mentioned a divorcee woman going to the East Coast and discovering the, um, I guess, like the mythic theory, similar to like Loch Ness Monster, but like of this town, it's a mermaid chair, but it's barely even mentioned. It didn't really mention the monk, but the book is all about her and this monk. I did not get halfway through it. It wasn't even like it was good possible smut. It was just weird. And then another one that I didn't finish, and this may not be a popular opinion, but I could not finish The Life of Pi to save my life. Like, I can understand how it was perceived as very interesting to a lot of people, because there are really interesting parts in it, and it does challenge viewpoints, especially any viewpoints on singularity. But yeah, I just couldn't finish it. I got more than halfway, but I couldn't finish it. And then I was like, all right, well, give it the good old college try. Maybe I'll try it again, who knows? But there are other books that are calling me over that one. I did really enjoy the zoo scene though with his dad in the early chapters. It's very intriguing. Mhm. 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 Did I get it? Got it. There we go. Woot woot. Mhm. So I'm not sure if anyone here is interested, but my friend was waiting for tickets for the Backstreet Boys in Vegas to go on sale. And the tickets were astronomical on Ticketmaster, so they went to SeatGeek or Geek Seat, and she got it for pretty much like half the price. And I've done SeatGeek like once or twice, and I never had an issue with it. But I'm just like, hmm, I think it's like a resident placement for the Backstreet Boys. I could be wrong, but it's like I think if you were hesitant on SeatGeek, you'd be okay to wait for another day for Backstreet Boys. They've definitely done way more touring than Spice Girls or NSYNC. And I still find it really funny that they were in the ending credits of This Is the End of the World with Seth Rogen, um, James Franco, and some other people that I can't remember the names of. But that was pretty entertaining that they popped up in that movie at the ending credits area. I was like, okay then. I'm pretty sure it was them. If not, and some people will be upset with me saying this, it may have been NSYNC then, if not Backstreet Boys, but I'm pretty certain it was Backstreet Boys. Mm-hmm. Three. Left. No, we're making it right. Sorry. So I also tend to talk to myself a lot when I need to really think. It's something about reading and hearing what I need to do that kind of like makes it click. I don't know if anyone else is like that. Like, I still find that I remember things better when I manually write them down, not type them. But that's also just because I was trained in school to take notes manually, not on a computer. So that movement of hand motion just automatically is like a synapses in my brain of you should remember this. I'm almost on the row. Yeah. One row further than I was an hour ago. Yeah. So originally I frequently have to talk to myself. Yes. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm almost done. Oh, we're almost there. Yeah, yeah. Stab. Mm-hmm. Getting close to the edge. Yeah. Woohoo! I've made it through the row. Yeah, so brioche knitting. I have my strings on either side. So now I'm gonna have to shimmy it down the cable towards the second color. the contrast color. And then I shall knit that contrast color, and then I will have officially completed a full row and 2 passes on the right side. But I'm going to continue with my wind down routine. I am going to be a little lazy. Usually I will wash my face and do like a full facial face cream like regime and everything. But I'm going to skip that tonight. I also do like a quick one in the mornings just for general skin maintenance. So that's why I don't feel so bad missing it tonight. But yeah, I'm going to... Where did my pen go? It was in my hair. Where did it fall out? Was it in my hood? Oh, found it. Sitting on it. Yeah, so I'm gonna sign off and do my positive journal entry. If you are curious, I do prefer thicker pages in an A5 or B6 size, but I will not say no to gifted journals. So for example, this one, my Nana bought it for me when we were in Nova Scotia. This is the Nova Scotian tartan. So this is this year's. And then, yeah, I do little doodles. If I really, really connect with a passage in a book, I will photocopy that passage and then have it in there. And then I also really enjoy stickers. So that's just kind of how I make it more fun and not so wordy. Because I find if it's just words on words on words without some form of variability breaking it up, I find it difficult to go back and reflect. So like here's one sticker I got at the One of the Kind show. It says, being the best version of myself. The designer of these stickers has also made a puzzle out of the plants and a few other sort of paper stationery items. And I think he even made playing cards. But he was at One of a Kind show, Fan Expo, and I'm sure he'll be at something like that again. But really cute. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to enter into my positivity journal. So thank you again for joining me. I really, really appreciate it and love all of your comments and involvement and letting me know what you think of certain things. I enjoy it. So yeah, especially thank you, Kristen. Hope to talk soon. Have a good night, everyone. Stay safe, stay dry, stay warm. Bye.